Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Raw was on last night. Funny story, this is the second time I'm filming this video because the first time I had no audio. With that though, Raw was from Brussels, so let's talk about it. First and foremost, I need to talk about this crowd because Brussels came to play last night. Kudos to them as a crowd, the chanting, the singing, just all of it. Amazing. I'm a firm believer that I think European crowds are just more made for the crowd participation because of football. If you've ever watched Premier League, if you've ever watched any type of professional football, European football, the chanting, the songs, it's just part of the whole experience of watching a football game. So to me, they just are predisposed to be ready to do that. With that, they showed up in many of these matches, in many of these angles, in many parts. So I can't match them all, but kudos. With that, we opened up with John Cena coming out to explain himself. We knew this was happening. Did it explain it? Kind of. I mean, partially. I personally have some holes. My thoughts on his promo. I mean, he's a great promo. Did he kind of explain why he turned heel? Yes. I'm still very confused though. Then why bother coming back for the farewell tour? And why are you siding with The Rock? Why is what are you getting from being with The Rock that you don't get just from turning heel in general, right? I'm still a little confused on that. What's in it for you, Johnny boy, with being with The Rock? I think Cody came out. It was great. Even my husband's they are singing loud. That's the one comment I'll make because my husband made it and he doesn't like wrestling. So, I think the interaction between the two of them was great. I feel like there was a little hole, there was some quiet parts. I don't know. Overall, it was great. I felt like it could be a little bit more, but I think we're on the right road. I think we are on the road to WrestleMania, and this is going to start speeding up and adding momentum and intensity as we go. Also, very confused about why they don't bleep certain words, but they bleep other words. They were trying to bleep out the crowd chant, but they are fine with the B. What's going on here with that? Someone explain to me the censure or what are the guidelines? I'm a little confused on it. With that, there were a couple matches that were okay. I think the two that are connected to me are the Dakota Kai, Ivy Nile, and then the tag team match, because in both cases, American made, one of them being a luchador with American made mask on, interrupt the match and cause chaos. But who are they really fighting with? I'm getting confused by what this angle is. Originally what we were told is that Chad Gable's going off to be this great luchador, which, by the way, what did he learn in this short time other than a mask that he got? To take down the luchadors of WWE, and then he is fighting with a girl. Make it make sense. I just feel a little bit they're kind of lost in the sauce right now, so I just would like some clarity on American Made's direction. Speaking of women's matches, we had this contract signing for the match at WrestleMania, and it all hell broke loose. One interesting thing before Rhea Ripley came out was I noticed Bianca was in black, Io was in white, which is a very heel babyface thing. They also did some really cool things with lighting during Cody and John, with dark and light. But I've noticed Bianca's been in black for the last several weeks. I still believe we're getting a Bianca Belair heel turn. I think it's going to turn out she masterminded everything against Jade Cargill. I think it's going to spin off to a Jade and Bianca storyline that I think will finish at SummerSlam maybe, but I'm still thinking that's going to happen. And I don't think it counts for Rhea Ripley, that idea of dark colors versus light colors, because she always just wears black. Is Rhea signing the contract in this magically a part of the match kind of ridiculous? Yeah, absolutely. But again, if I'm gonna believe that Chad Gable really isn't the American-made luchador, we could just roll with it. It's wrestling. It ain't that serious, y'all. I'm okay with it. So with that, I love the backstage things with them too, though, like the big fight that broke out and the brawl. But yeah, curious to see. Looks like we're gonna have a three-way at WrestleMania. But I also personally, if they're going to do with Bianca, what I think they're going to do. I think they're gonna put the belt on Bianca. That's my prediction as of right now. I'll do a legit prediction video closer to the end. Gunther interrupted Jey Uso. I thought that was a really interesting. I'm like really starting to believe in like this Jey and Gunther rivalry. And I'll be honest with you, at first I was not like super excited about Jey versus Gunther again at WrestleMania after we saw it at Saturday night's main event. But I feel like they're really building the stakes. They're building the story. I'm enjoying it. And dude, Jey's entrance, amazing. It was just amazing again. Like again, crowd, chest kiss. We also had Seth Rollins come out. I thought his promo was good. I kind of was like kept waiting for Cena to interrupt. We didn't get that. We just got a straight Seth Rollins promo, but I think it was good. I think he told his side of the story. I do think we're getting a three-way at WrestleMania, most likely between him, CM Punk, and Roman, unless the favor that Punk is going to turn in is that he only has to face one of them. Because we still have that favor hanging over our heads. What is it? Anyways, I thought it was good. With that, so we're seeing WrestleMania stuff come together. The main event, let's talk a little bit about that. And of course, we'll tie in Penta because we haven't talked about him yet because he ties into the main event. So Penta, earlier in the night had a match, and at the end he was going for the Intercontinental Championship. Then, of course, Dominic backstage tells Finn, like, we should invite him to be in the Judgment Day. And Finn's like, yeah, no. Like, did you not just hear him? I also just don't really see why Penta would want to join them. And so, anyway, so that all happened earlier. The match is taking place. Of course, Finn has his goons that interfere for him. My husband even made a joke at the beginning of the match when they were announcing weights. He's like, for Finn, they should just say he's 600 pounds because he has 2 extra people who are going to come out and help him. With all that, Dominic does something to try to help Finn, but actually hurts Finn, helps Braun Breaker get the win. Afterwards, Dominic and Carlito are still beating up on Braun Breaker, and Penta comes out, saves him. There's a nice little moment between the two of them. At the very end, my one little like nitpicky comment, because I was just like, oh, was you heard the Velcro on the belt? Did anyone else hear this? As he's like pulling the belt apart to like hold it up, and I don't know, it was just kind of loud to me, and I was like that. I don't really need the reminder that the belt's Velcro, but that's me being very, very nitpicky of that moment, quite honestly. But overall, I do like that. I like the idea of Penta and Braun Breaker. I think it could be a really awesome series of matches. I think their styles complement each other very well. With that, I think we're going to get Finn versus Dom Dom. I feel like that's the next iteration we're going to see. I think Dom Dom's going to say he's sick of Finn. I think Finn's going to say, I'm sick of you. I don't know. It's just going to be a thing. It's going to be a moment. It's going to happen. I'm here for it. So that was kind of like Raw in a nutshell for me, the highlights for me. What did you think? What did I miss? What are like Easter eggs that I didn't spot? Let's talk about our thoughts about where all these storylines are going as we head to WrestleMania. Also, I will say, very nice to see Corey Graves back on commentary. You know, all that drama that happened with him. But yeah, I'm happy about that too. But other than that, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let's talk in the comments. Bye.